Healing is messy. Sometimes it feels like you're standing still, like the pain, the anxiety, or the weight of your thoughts will never lift. But the truth is, mental healing isn't always obvious. It doesn't always come in big breakthroughs or life-changing moments. Often, it comes in small, almost invisible ways that only become clear in hindsight. Today, we're going to uncover 5 signs that you are healing mentally, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. These signs aren't about instant transformation. They're about subtle, powerful shifts that show your mind is slowly, steadily reclaiming peace, clarity, and strength. Sign 1. You notice the patterns without judgment. One of the first signs of mental healing is awareness. You begin noticing your thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns without harsh judgment. In the past, you might have punished yourself for feeling anxious, angry, or sad. Now, you pause and observe your mind with curiosity. You see triggers, reactions, and old habits. But instead of spiraling into shame, you simply notice them. This awareness doesn't mean you've fixed everything, it means your mind is learning to respond differently. You're building the ability to step back instead of being swept away by every emotion. Awareness is subtle, but it's powerful. It's the first step in reclaiming control over your thoughts and creating space for growth, rather than being enslaved by mental patterns that no longer serve you. Sign 2. You're setting boundaries, even in small ways. Healing mentally often shows itself through the way you protect your energy and space. Maybe it's saying no to a friend who drains you, muting toxic conversations online, or refusing to overextend yourself at work. At first, these choices may feel small or even guilty, but they are huge indicators that your mind is prioritizing well-being over external expectations. Setting boundaries is a sign of strength and self-respect. It's proof that you are learning to listen to yourself and honor your needs. Each time you choose your mental health over pleasing someone else, your brain strengthens the pathways of self-preservation and resilience. Even if it feels awkward or uncomfortable at first, these boundaries are proof that you are healing, learning to protect your peace, and reclaiming the life you deserve. Sign 3. Emotional reactions become more manageable. Mental healing doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means your emotions stop controlling you. When you're in the midst of deep recovery, you may notice that intense feelings still surface, but they no longer derail your entire day. A past trigger that would have sent you into panic, anger, or despair may now cause only a brief, conscious, emotional response. You feel the sensation, acknowledge it, and move forward. This isn't weakness or denial. It's a subtle, profound sign of healing. Your brain is learning that emotions are signals, not verdicts. You're developing emotional resilience, the ability to respond rather than react, and the capacity to remain present even when life feels overwhelming. Each managed reaction is a victory your mind achieves quietly, without fanfare, but it matters more than you realize. Sign 4. You notice moments of joy without forcing them. Another sign you're healing mentally is the reappearance of genuine, unforced joy. This could be something small, a laugh at a joke, enjoyment in a hobby, or the calm satisfaction of completing a task. During periods of emotional struggle, these moments may have felt impossible or fleeting. But now, they appear naturally, without you chasing them or convincing yourself that you deserve to feel happy. This isn't about ignoring pain. It's about your mind finding balance again. The ability to experience joy, even briefly, is a subtle yet powerful signal that your mental recovery is underway. It shows that your brain is relearning pleasure, connection, and contentment, and that you are moving toward a more stable, resilient emotional state, even if other days still feel heavy. Sign 5. Self-talk becomes gentler. Perhaps the most profound sign of mental healing is a shift in the way you speak to yourself. When you're struggling, your inner dialogue might have been harsh, critical, or unforgiving. But as healing progresses, even in small ways, you notice your self-talk softening. You may still make mistakes, but the inner voice shifts from condemnation to understanding. You say things like, "It's okay to feel this way," or "I'm doing the best I can right now." This gentleness is a powerful marker of recovery because it rewires the brain to move from fear and self-punishment toward acceptance and growth. Each kind word you give yourself is a small but lasting investment in your mental resilience. It shows that you are learning to nurture your inner world, which is the foundation for long-term healing. Sign 6. You begin trusting yourself again. Another subtle, yet powerful sign of mental healing is the return of self-trust. When you've been through emotional turmoil, trauma, or prolonged stress, it's common to doubt your decisions, instincts, or judgment. Healing begins the moment you start listening to yourself again, when you make choices based on what feels right for you, rather than what you think others expect or what fear dictates. This could be as simple as choosing to prioritize rest over overworking, or as profound as making life-changing decisions with confidence. Even small acts of trusting your own voice indicate that your mind is regaining stability and clarity. Self-trust reinforces all other aspects of healing. It strengthens boundaries, guides emotional responses, and allows you to embrace joy and growth without hesitation. Each time you honor your intuition and make a conscious choice aligned with your well-being, it's proof that your mental recovery is taking root, even if it feels slow or invisible. Healing is nonlinear. One of the hardest lessons of mental recovery is understanding that healing is not linear. You may notice signs of progress one week and feel stuck the next. That's normal. Mental healing is like tending a garden. Some days feel stagnant, but growth is happening beneath the surface. Your brain, your habits, and your emotional patterns are slowly rewiring themselves. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, these 5 signs show that your mind is quietly building strength, resilience, and balance. Progress is often invisible, but it's there, accumulating in ways that will become more obvious over time. Patience and awareness are key, because the journey itself is as important as the destination. The role of self-care in mental healing. Self-care is not a luxury, it's an essential part of mental recovery. Healing involves consistent, intentional actions that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. This might mean journaling, meditating, exercising, spending time in nature, or simply resting without guilt. These acts signal to your brain that it's safe to slow down, process emotions, and repair neural pathways damaged by stress or trauma. Self-care also reinforces all 5 signs of healing. It encourages awareness, strengthens boundaries, helps regulate emotions, fosters joy, and reinforces positive self-talk. Over time, self-care becomes a habit that supports mental resilience, turning recovery from a fragile process into a sustainable practice. Healing through connection. Another often overlooked aspect of mental healing is the role of connection. Reaching out to trusted friends, family, or support communities can accelerate recovery, even when it feels uncomfortable. Sharing your experiences validates your emotions and reduces the isolation that often accompanies mental struggles. Connection also allows you to practice empathy, patience, and communication, all essential for reinforcing the 5 signs of healing. When you notice yourself opening up more, seeking help without guilt, or relating to others with compassion, it's a clear signal that your mental recovery is progressing. Social healing complements internal healing, creating a feedback loop that strengthens resilience, understanding, and emotional intelligence. Celebrating small wins. One of the most critical yet overlooked aspects of mental healing is learning to celebrate small wins. Healing is often subtle, and progress may seem invisible. But every sign of awareness, boundary setting, emotional management, joy, or kind self-talk is a victory. Acknowledging these small wins reinforces the positive changes occurring in your mind and builds momentum for further recovery. You may not see the full picture yet, but each small victory compounds, creating lasting transformation. Celebrating them reminds your brain that effort and progress are meaningful, even when external circumstances remain challenging. This mindset fuels continued growth, self-compassion, and confidence in your ability to heal fully. Healing mentally is rarely dramatic or instantaneous. It doesn't always feel linear, and it doesn't always show in obvious ways. But the 5 signs we've explored today, awareness without judgment, setting boundaries, manageable emotional reactions, spontaneous joy, and gentler self-talk prove that change is happening quietly beneath the surface. Every small shift, every moment of resilience, and every act of kindness toward yourself is a step toward a stronger, healthier mind. So, even if it doesn't feel like it, know that you are healing. Your progress is real, Your growth is happening. And one day, when you look back, you'll see how far you've come, and you'll realize that the hardest battles often produce the most profound transformation.